o'clock.
Today's news.
CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. I'm Steve Cason. The government says inflation held steady in July, with consumer prices up 2.7% from the year before. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger says it's the same rate as June.
One of the big reasons that the overall rate actually remained the same is that the price of energy was down over the last year. The gas index down 9.5% from a year ago. So obviously, if it's costing less to fill up your car, you may not notice some of the other big increases.
When it comes to tariffs and trade, President Trump extended a truce with China for another 90 days. Beijing announced a similar tariff pause. CBS's Rainey Inocencio.
This pause, the second in a row, and it is at least some kind of economic relief for both the U.S. and China, even if only for another 90 days. President Trump signed that executive order last night. Basically, he said that there are ongoing discussions and that Beijing, in his words in that order, is taking significant steps to address U.S. concerns.
The Georgia Bureau of Investigation said this morning the man who fired more than 180 shots at the headquarters of the CDC in Atlanta last Friday died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. A police officer was killed in the attack. Bureau Director Chris Hosey.
The shooter had no known criminal history. Evidence in this investigation indicates that the shooter had recently verbalized thoughts of suicide, which even led to law enforcement being contacted several weeks prior to the incident.
The investigators are working yesterday's shooting in a Target parking lot in Austin, Texas. 3 people, including a child, were killed. CBS News correspondent Omar Villafranca.
The shooting happened during the peak of back-to-school shopping, since many of the Austin area schools start this week. Now, the police chief says the suspect is a 32-year-old man with a criminal record and a history of mental health issues.
National Guard troops have been arriving for duty today in Washington, D.C., a day after President Trump ordered the deployments and took control of the city's police department. D.C.'s mayor is meeting with Attorney General Pam Bondi. On the Health Watch today, a possible new treatment for sleep apnea could lie in an ancient practice.
Researchers in India say sleep apnea sufferers who practice the ancient ritual of blowing into a conch shell for 15 minutes a day had higher oxygen levels at night and were 34% less sleepy during the day compared to those who did the deep breathing exercises that are normally prescribed. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
And checking Wall Street, right now the Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 481 points. The S&P and NASDAQ are higher. This is CBS News.
Well, that's today's news. Today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I'd like to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody. It's 61 degrees in Walnut Creek, California.